It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing how history has a way of repeating itself. Just absolutely amazing. What's up, family? What's happening this Thursday? It's Thursday. It's time to get a little sharper. What's happening with you? Welcome to the Anti-Negativity Network, where iron sharpens iron. Back here again, making it do what it do. So, first of all, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support over the years. Thank you for continuing to just, take your time to listen to me and see what I got to say each week. And so, man, y'all know I love this. I absolutely love this. This is a special time. So I get excited every time I get to do this. And I know I've been promising that my wife gonna be on here, and I'm still promising that we're gonna work this out where she's gonna be back on here with me because I need her on here. I want her on here, and so she's gonna be back on here. But anyway, let's go. It's time to get into this. Count of three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. All right. So before I get started, I just want to just take the time, the quick moment, just to tell everybody thank you, everyone that chimed in to give us congrats on our first tournament win. And so just thank you. Thank you to everyone that chimed in. I tried to respond or at least love your message or something. But it was a lot of messages, and I'm appreciative. I am truly appreciative. Just not able to respond to everybody, but I just want to publicly let everyone know thank you. We appreciate it. Appreciate your prayers. Appreciate your congratulations, your attaboys, all of that. Nothing but love, and I absolutely appreciate it. So, but we got another one this weekend. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep pushing. Just trying to be the best that we can be, right? So, which is what we do on this network right here. Try to be the best. Ain't no try. We work towards being the best that we can be. Right here on Thursday nights, it's all about you getting sharper, you getting stronger, you getting better, and you got to do it. Okay. Whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, please do it. Please work on it. Please take some steps towards making it happen. Just a little bit every day. Stop trying to wait for everything to set up perfect before you go. Sometimes you do need to wait, but most of these situations, we need to be doing some prep work at least. We need to be reading up on something. We need to be asking some questions. We need to be making some moves. We need to be learning. We need to be digging. We need to be finding out something we should be doing, working towards what it is we really want to do. So stop waiting. Let's get it started now. Today, right now is a perfect time for you to get started right now on what it is you're supposed to be doing. Even if you got to stop listening to me right now, and this is all you need to hear for the day, fine. Cut it off right now. Go get started on what it is you know you're supposed to be doing. Okay? Get started now. No more excuses, because quite honestly, you don't know how much longer you got. And your blessings, your peace, your joy, your everything very well may be tied to what it is you're supposed to be doing, but you're letting the current situation keep you from doing, or laziness might actually be doing, or procrastination might be doing it, or somebody else said something, or don't matter what anybody else got to think. If God told you to do it, or if he purposed something in your heart and it's just eating at you and you just can't sleep, or you always think about, that means you need to be doing something towards it. Okay. Start working on it right now. Okay. Let's get into this word, because Genesis chapter 26, man, let me tell y'all this right here. I started out, the first thing I said, history has a way of repeating itself, and it's just absolutely amazing. All of us have had those moments where we're just like, man, I've seen this before, right? I've been there, done that, right? That's one of the popular saying, been there, done that, right? So here we are in chapter 26. Man. You ever heard the saying, I know you have, because you done said it. You done said it about your kids, and people done said it about yourself. We done said it. We done heard it. And one of those things is, you just like your daddy, or you just like your mama, right? We all done heard that, right? We done heard that many times. What's up, Josh? What's up, big bro? Hope you're doing well, man. We done heard that so many times, right? you just like so and so. You just like them. Well, here we in chapter 26. Man, association brings on assimilation, right? Association brings on assimilation. And if you read chapter 26, matter of fact, I got my word right here. If you read chapter 26 and you go back and read, let me find the other chapter. Y'all bear with me real quick. You go back and read chapter 20. You're going to think it's the exact same story, just maybe different names. What's up, Stanley? What's up, big bro? Hope you're doing well, man. But if you read chapter 26 and you read chapter 20 in Genesis, man, history has a way of repeating itself. Because this time, man, what's up with Abimelech? Abimelech, man, he got more than once. And this time, the son gets him the same way the daddy got him. The same way the son gets him in chapter 26 is the same way Abraham, Isaac's dad, he did the exact same thing to Abimelech back in chapter 20. Like, Abimelech, what's up, bro? But sometimes we are deceived because we take somebody at their word and have no reason not to believe them. So unfortunately, Abimelech is in that situation again. But Isaac, let's talk about Isaac here for a second. So I got 3 points I'm going to make out of this today, and I'm going to get out your way. But the first section of this thing, Isaac, you and Rebekah. Now, the God spoke to you directly, Isaac, and told you, don't go to Egypt. I want you to live right here in Gerar, which is where Abimelech is. I want you to live right here as a foreigner, which is something very similar that Abraham had to do. He wasn't with Abimelech, but Abraham had to live as a foreigner I forget where it was, but he lived as a foreigner as well. He had to leave his homeland and go live in a foreign land. So now his son is doing the exact same thing. His son is now living as a foreigner in Gerar, where Abimelech is. And God sent him there. He told him, look, you do exactly as I told you, and I'm going to bless you, and your descendants are going to be blessed. It's going to be more than just as numerous as the stars is how much I'm going to bless you, right? And your descendants, that's how many descendants you're going to have, is there's as many stars as is in the sky, right? This is what God is telling him. And he's telling him what to do, where to go. So Isaac, please tell me why you got to deceive Abimelech the same way your dad deceived Abimelech. How did they deceive him? Because they get there and Isaac tells Isaac and Rebekah, they go as God told them. But then why he going to tell Abimelech that that's his sister, not his wife? So here we go with another situation where the son is just like the daddy, pimping out their wife. Why? God sent you there. Y'all listen to my wife too. But Abimelech, God sent you there. What's up, Derek Hurley? What's up, brother? God sent you there. So why you gotta lie? Why you gotta act like that it's not your wife? That's your wife. And the same reason why he lied, because you gotta call it what it is. We're gonna call a spade a spade. The same reason why Isaac lied to Abimelech is the same reason why Abraham lied to Abimelech. And he said, I was afraid that you might kill me because of my wife. Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now, my wife is very beautiful. I'll go on record saying that. I've been on record saying that. I ain't saying it just because she's here. You ask me one-on-one, I'm going to tell you the same thing. My wife very beautiful. I'd be darned if I'm going to lie to you and tell you she ain't my wife. She my wife. Deborah Sims on here. That's my wife. That's right. But Abimelech, you got had again. But Isaac, why you gotta lie when God sent you? Why? I don't have an answer for that. Only Isaac can. But he told you he was scared. So next thing you know, Abimelech look out the window. Isaac all up on Rebecca. So then he go call him into the office. He's like, yo, dude, stop, man. Why you lying to us? Why you gonna lie to us? I see you out there smoozing all up on Rebecca. That ain't your sister if you doing what I just saw. No way possible. That's your sister. And you rolling up on her like that. So that's what he did. Called him out. And so the first point is if God sent you somewhere, you ain't got to lie. Go in there bold. Go in there like, yeah, I'm on assignment. I'm here because this is where I'm supposed to be. Own it. Okay? Own it. And so, and I'm not going to hate on Isaac too much because we all got ourselves in some situations and we forget all about God. Let's just be real. We get in some situations, we forget all about God. We ain't thinking about God. We're going to take matters in our own hand and we're going to handle it the way we want to handle it, the way we think we should handle it. And that's when we jack things up. So I'm not going to hate on Isaac too much right here. But Isaac, bruh, you did the exact same thing your daddy did. For what? So, but in a lot of ways, we are just like our parents. Like them or not, good relationship or not, there are certain things, certain connections we have with our parents that cause us to be just like them. That's just reality. And this is an example right here in the Bible of Isaac being just like his dad, Abraham. So that's the first point I wanted to make. So then we move on to the second section right here. And it's in this second section right here. Abimelech now tells everybody, look, you can't don't touch Isaac and don't touch Rebecca, because the reality is, even though Isaac lied and Isaac deceived Abimelech, the call that's on Isaac, and because of, you remember last week I talked about generational curses and generational blessings. It's real. And in this right here, because of Isaac's connection to his dad, Abraham, and everybody can see the blessings and the call on Isaac, Abimelech recognized that. Okay. And he knows that if somebody, that's why he was so messed up about this situation with Isaac lying to him about Rebecca, because if somebody had touched Rebecca as to take her in and have sex with her, let's call it what it is. If he did that, or if somebody had did that, that wasn't going to bode well for that person. And so Abimelech, being a protector of his people, knowing that if somebody had got with her, it wasn't going to be a good thing for them. And so the point I'm trying to make is that Abimelech tells the people, don't touch Rebecca, don't touch Isaac, because if you do, you're going to be put to death. Simple as that. That's exactly what it is. You're going to be put to death if you mess with Isaac or Rebecca. So, of course, now, let's get to section 2 now. Knowing folk, know how folk are. Okay, you tell me I can't do that, but you ain't tell me I couldn't do this. You didn't tell me I couldn't do that. You know, folk, when you blessed, folk gonna still try to find a way to get to you, get at you, right? Let's be real on this thing. You blessed, you got things going well for you. You living high, you living pie in the sky, chicken in every pot, all that good old stuff going on right now. Somebody ain't gonna be happy about your situation. So what they gonna do? They're gonna try to find a way to get at you. So here you got a situation right here where Isaac did his thing out here. Let me just read it what it says. When Isaac planted his crops that year, he harvested 100 times more grain than he planted, for the Lord blessed him. So when the Lord bless you, don't think everybody gonna be happy. And guess what? The folk right here won't happy, because now Isaac has his people go out there and they digging up. So matter of fact, Abraham had some wells and they plugged all of them up. Right? They got rid. So now he unplugged them and got them working again. And would they come up and said, "No, that's our water. That's our water." And what made me think, if we go back to Abraham, I'm referring back to Abraham a lot because, again, as I told you, history has a way of repeating itself. And so if you go back and remember when Abraham was trying to bury his wife Sarah when she passed away, he refused just to allow them to just give him the land. He was just like, I'm going to buy some land. I'm going to pay you. Because he didn't want them to be able to come back and say, "Oh no, this is our land. This belongs to us." Well, right here in this situation with Isaac, they done got these wells going and they done dug up not only get them going, but then they go and build and dig up another well and get it going. And what they come up and said, "No, that's ours. That's our water." So the first one he dug up, and they get to squabbling over that joint, and they call it Esek, which stands for argument. Okay, so then he's okay, all right, fine. Y'all go, that's y'all water, go ahead. They go build another one, dig up another one, get another well going. Same thing happened. So they come with this one. This one is called Sitna, which was called hostility, right? So he said, all right, fine. Y'all got that one. We're going to go dig up another one. They dig up another one, get it going, get the well working. And this one is called Rehoboth. Rehoboth. Kind of remind me of the Rehoboth Beach in Delaware. But anyway, that's the name, Rehoboth, which is called open space. Okay? Maybe that's the reason why they call it beach. Rehoboth Beach in Delaware. Open space. But anyway, that's not have anything to do with the Bible. But anyway, I just thought about it. But anyway, open space. So this third one, now the reason why he called it open space, the third time's a charm. Because on this third one, they open up this well, get it going. There's nothing. Nobody coming, kicking up any dirt. So what we want to get out of that, just because they come at you, don't mean you need to stop going. Keep going. Keep doing. If they want to act like that, let them have it. Some situations you need, Kenny Rogers said it, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, right? First couple of times he folded and said, "Look, y'all go ahead. I'm gone. We're going to find somewhere else." And he did that. And eventually he got to the place where God was like, blocked all that out. They was able to move forward with that well. Everything good to go, right? So then the last point. So now, because I remember I told y'all, God sent Isaac on this, right? So God is with Isaac. He's blessing him. He's going to continue. He's going to bless his descendants, right? So, and Abimelech already recognized the fact that the call on Isaac is strong and ain't nothing they can do about it, right? And this is the way it is for you. There's a call on you, ain't nothing nobody can do about it, okay? So that's the reason why you need to get started doing what it is you're supposed to be doing, because the call that's on you is for you to get done, for you to do it. You sitting around moping and complaining when you should be working, you should be doing, because your blessing is tied to it. So if Isaac hadn't continued to move forward, even despite him doing something he hadn't been doing, even after God had sent him, he deceives Abimelech because he's out of fear, working out of fear. Don't hate on Isaac, because all of us are there, been there, done that. But regardless, he continued to move forward and do what he was called to do. And so then at the end of chapter 26, here Abimelech comes. Now Abimelech then sent Isaac away. That's why Isaac was out as he was moving along, building these wells, moving away. Now he's not only he's in the valley of Gerar. Okay. He's moved to the Gerar Valley. Okay. You can read it in chapter 26. But Isaac is now in the valley, right? And Abimelech comes up to him and say, look, he pretty much realized Ain't nothing he can do because the call on him is that strong because you can see all the blessings that Isaac is getting. Isaac is continuing to be blessed. His descendants will be blessed. So Abimelech come to him and like, look, we recognize the fact that you're going to be, ain't much we can do. Ain't much we can do because God has his hand on you pretty much, right? And so he comes to make peace. Because at first, Isaac like, yo, you told me to get out. You told me to leave. You don't want me to, you didn't want me in your land no more. So why are you here when you wanted me to leave? Y'all can relate to that. Remember when somebody didn't want to be in a relationship with you no more, when somebody they ain't want you no more, but then later on they want to come back and get you because they realize they made a mistake, or or remember when you was feeling somebody but they weren't feeling you, but then years later that thing flip around. Why? Because they recognize that they may have missed out on something good. I think the same thing right here with Abimelech, because Abimelech could have had a tighter relationship with Isaac. And again, association brings on assimilation. So had he been hanging with Isaac, how much more would Abimelech might have been blessed had he been hanging with Isaac? Even despite what Isaac did to him, which might be the reason why he wanted to get rid of him, because Isaac, you did do the main wrong. But he recognized the call on his life. So Abimelech only come back and want to make peace. And that's exactly what he did. They made peace and they dug up another well. And the last well was called Sheba. And Sheba stands for a place of oath. Okay? Which later we call Beersheba. That's the land of Beersheba. And so the moral of that story today is that there is something for you to do. I say it all the time. But haters are going to come. Challenges are going to come. Some of those challenges are really in between your ears. Some of those challenges is you being in your own way. Get out of your own way. But there are going to be some outside forces that are going to try to come up against you. Don't be surprised. Simply keep going. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. Keep overcoming. Keep moving forward. Do what it is you're supposed to be doing. Because your peace, your joy, your blessings is tied to it. But the more you allow the folk to dictate what you do, when you do it, how you do it, where you do it, don't be surprised you don't get where you're supposed to be. I believe God has already called you to do something. It's no different than what he did with Isaac right here. He told Isaac exactly what to do. I believe God has already told you some things you should already be doing. You might want to go ahead and get started on that and get it done so that you can start moving in the direction that you're supposed to be moving into so that you can have what God has for you. And yes, the haters are going to come. The noise is going to be there. The distractions are going to be there. The naysayers are going to be there. The people that don't want to really support you are going to be there. The people that want to kind of get you out of your groove, they're going to be there. But you stay focused on him and what he called you to do. And what I always tell you to do. Pray, plan, prepare, proceed so you can go make it do what it do. I'm going to see you next week at 6:30. Love you. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Love you. Have a great week. All right. See you next week.